Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I am so excited today because we are starting a new series here on the channel called DIY in a day. So I'm going to be bringing you guys DIYs that you can do in one day that are affordable and reasonable but bring a big impact to your home. So like I told y'all on the last video, we are starting to build out our back patio, and y'all know we started with the stock tank last week. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do an affordable privacy wall. So let's get right to it. So as you can see, the back of our patio here where the stock tank is just looks a little naked to me. We just wanted some separation between the neighbor and then our garden. So we're going to go with this Hoft system that we found at our local Home Depot. It is a privacy fence system that comes with everything that you need except for the wood. If you go on Home Depot's website, you'll see that there are a couple different variations, but you can see all of the different things and the different styles that you're able to do with this system. And I just think this looks great, and it made the DIY very easy, so that way we can definitely get it done in a day. And they even have a video here that gives you clear instructions on how to do this system, which made it very easy. So let's get into the install. Y'all, the rain has started, but it's okay. We are not stopping. I am getting you guys this video, but this part is very important. So I just wanted to come on and say, please pay attention so you guys do not make the same mistake that I did. If you are going to be doing a 2-panel privacy section, which is, I think is most common, which is what we're doing. And when I say 2-panel, I mean like this and this. So not this part here, just these 2 panels. So if you're doing a 2-panel privacy fence, you are going to need 2 end posts, this black one and this black one, and a line post. So you're going to need 3 separate kits. Each kit only comes with 1 of the posts. I just purchased 3 end posts, which was completely wrong. You're going to need the center, and you can see the difference on the pictures here. The line posts have slats on both sides, so that goes in the center. The end posts only have slats on one side. So please pay attention when you're ordering your kits, because I completely messed up and I just had to run back up to Home Depot and get everything situated. All right, y'all, we are having to drain this pool again. And we have to drain the pool again because we have to move it further up. It is too far back. It's going to be like right up against the fence, and we're not able to get to the pump nozzles and all of that. So have to drain it. So once we got the stock tank moved, it was just time to install the system. So all we had to do was add the feet on the bottom of the post. We just made marks on our concrete where we were going to drill the holes. We got our drill, we pre-drilled the pilot holes, and then all we did was just screw it down. So the first part of getting the post up is actually really simple. Of course, you want to measure the distance between each post to make sure that you are following the recommended distance between each one, which is about 72 inches. But other than that, it's pretty simple to put together. Once we got the post up, this is the most important part, is leveling. So they come with levels. You're going to slide the levels onto the bottom of the post, and then you are going to put on your first slat. Once you get the slat on, you will use that level at the bottom to get it to your desired level, and then you just screw it in place. Once you get the bottom leveled, the thinking is you should be able to just rinse and repeat, cut your next slat, drop it down, cut your next slat, drop it down, because everything should be level from there on out. However, I do want you guys to stay into the end of the video, because I'm going to give some tips if you are dealing with a slanted patio like we are. All right, you guys, so we got it done. Our very first DIY in a day. I think it turned out great. I am coming to you guys the next morning because once I started staining it last night, the sun started to go down. So I wanted to make sure that you all could see it nice in the daytime, so y'all can see just how good everything looks. So I think it turned out fabulous. It is exactly kind of what we needed to block us from our neighbors over there and to give us some separation from the garden. So I think it turned out great. Now, as y'all can see, I got some notes here because there are a couple of snafus that we ran into, and so you guys can have a very easygoing project. I decided to write down these tips for you guys. So let's get right into it. All right, so tip number one, like I said before, you want to make sure that you get the right kit. If you are doing a 2-panel wall like we did, you're going to need end posts and line posts. So of course the end posts go on the end, but the center post there is called a line post. So make sure that you are ordering the right kit. And each kit only comes with 1 post. So we got 3 different kits. So the kits are about $100 each. So for the 3 kits, that was $300. And then the wood for us was about $100 or so. So this is about, and then a couple of little things that you may need, like if you get stained and all of that. So this is about a $450 project, something like that. So I don't think that's bad for what you get, but just wanted to put that out there. So my tip number 2 is, again, all of this is if you are doing a 2-panel wall like we did. We went with 12-foot wood slats and we cut them in half. So between each post, they recommend that the longest distance be 6 foot. When we went to our local Lowe's, they did not have the 6-foot wood slats. So we went with the 12-foot and then we just cut them. Also doing that saved us a little money instead of, because as you can see going up, I think we used 11 on each side. So instead of having to buy 22 pieces of wood, we only bought 12 and then we cut them in half. So that's a tip. Oh, okay. I could not read my writing. All right, so number 3, you want to make sure that your slats slide easily into the grooves, because if they are too tight, they will push your post apart. So let me demonstrate. So you got your 2 posts, and if you are cutting the wood and it's too long and you try to slide it in between, your 2 posts are going to start doing like this. And then that's going to make your measurements off from the bottom to the top, to make sure that they slide easily into the grooves. If they are not sliding easily, then just cut a little bit off so that they'll just drop down into the grooves easily. So our patio here is on a little bit of a slope. And because of that slope, like I was saying, it caused our post to be a variance between the top and bottom slightly. Our middle post is a little bit slanted like that, and that's just because of how our patio is. Our patio was not completely even, so because that middle post was slanted, so now we got one that's slightly slanted and leaning forward. So then of course that made the variance between the bottom and the top measurements different. So my biggest tip is do not cut all of your wood at once. Don't just go in and cut it all up thinking that everything is going to be the same height from the bottom, or the same length from the bottom to the top. So what we did, we measured the bottom, we cut that one, put it in, and then as we went up, we measured each time. Now the variance between our bottom and top was only probably about maybe an inch difference. So it wasn't a big difference, but it was big enough to where if we had done the 60 all the way up, our slats at the bottom would have been too short. So on the Home Depot website, Hoft has a great video about the installation of this system, and that is really all that you're going to need. I think they did a great job on there, so make sure you check that out. On the website, they have 2 videos. It's going to be video number 2 that explains how to install it, the sizes and everything that you'll need as far as drill bits and all that different stuff. So make sure to check out that video. I will have it linked below. So yeah, that is it, you guys. Do not let all of these tips discourage you. The system was actually pretty easy. We just had to deal with all of that because we have a slope here. If you have a even surface or a level surface, then you're good to go. But if you have a little bit of a slope, just take these tips into consideration, but still go for it, because I think this looks great. This is exactly what we needed back here to give us some separation between the garden and just to kind of bring it all together. This side just looked a little naked to me. So anyway, I hope this inspires you guys to get out and to zhuzh up your outdoor living spaces. Make sure to come back next week and check out our next DIY in a day to see what else we're going to do out here to zhuzh up ours. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one.